So joining me live is Julie Holton with mConnexions, which has been such a big supporter of Epiphany now. And your company is a social media company and network marketing company. And Julie, there's some good news still happening out there.
There's a lot of good news. Bob, thanks for having me on tonight. It's nice to be able to kind of take a break from the Sunday evenings kind of stuck at home and to be able to talk about some of the good things that are happening in our community. I think we always see that when a crisis happens, we really see who comes forward, who stands up, who steps up to help others. And there's some really cool things happening. So I'm so glad that we're talking about it tonight.
You know, Julie, it's interesting because this whole thing is brand new to us. I mean, we we have been sequestered in our house for about a week now, going on to our second week. And but what I have found is that so many friends are sharing with me new experiences that they've had and positive experiences. And I have to tell you, every day I've used this opportunity to go out and walk on local trails, the Meridian Trail, and everyone is so friendly. Everyone is saying hello. We keep our distance, but everyone is just friendly and smiling. And there's something happening in the world that I think we're taking time to just relax and unwind and acknowledge that, hey, we miss this human connection that we used to have.
Absolutely. I've been talking to several people who have all commented on that how many times have we said, I wish I had more time for whatever, insert whatever here, for my kids, for my husband, for my wife, for whoever. And now, for better or worse, we have that time. And also this time to kind of reevaluate, how are we helping our community? How are we stepping up? How are we connecting with other people? I know that for me, it's been realizing that it's so easy running a business or being a part of a work environment to let friendships take a back seat, or to let even family relationships sometimes come second or third or fourth in the list of priorities. And so, like you said, taking that time to connect, even if we're connecting virtually, or even if we're connecting 6 feet away on the walking trail, it's nice to actually be able to take that time.
So I got to ask you, how many Zoom meetings have you had? Because I've had like a dozen Zoom meetings with friends. I've had happy hours with friends. I've had meetings with work people, but it's not been about work. It's just been about like, oh my God, how are you doing?
Yeah, so it's an unfair question for me because I run a virtual agency. So that part was not new for us. We kind of have the Zoom meetings down pat, but I have also had some virtual coffee hours. I've had virtual happy hours. I've used Netflix new app that allows you to, it's called Netflix Party, where you can actually sync up your Netflix with someone else's Netflix and watch together. So that's pretty cool. It has some bugs, but pretty cool to be able to do that. Yeah, things that we haven't
about that yet. This is why I love you, Julie, because you introduced me to new things like Be Live TV. Thank you for that.
And now we can play our own newsroom.
and this is well, exactly, right? Because Julie and I have the news background together, and there I go. I put the border around us. Julie, talk about what you do.
So I own mConnexions marketing agency. So we work with businesses to help them gain new clients. So we are all about creating content and then distributing that content. So that might be through social media, through building websites, through email marketing, any kind of way you can disseminate content. That's what we do.
And so now with COVID-19 being the prevalent news topic, how is that affecting your business?
Yeah, Bob, it's been really interesting because I had to force myself halfway through last week to stop and really assess what our numbers looked like, because so much of what we do is focused on our clients. And so my own internal leadership team said, okay, we need to take a time out. We need to take a look at how we're doing. But I think like many businesses, we're feeling the effects. We had in one day, we had 5 of our clients have to close their doors. So for us, this has meant, I know, and for us, this has meant working with them to help adjust their strategy, to help with their internal communications, their external communications. So what we would call, crisis comms and helping them deal with that. On the flip side, we have some businesses that for lack of a better way to say it, they thrive in this. They are, the purpose of their business is to help during disasters. And so we have some that are kind of on the front line, so to speak. They're out there. One in particular, if I may mention, Pure Clean of Mid-Michigan, they actually deal with biohazard cleanup. So their guys are on the front lines. I call it that. Their guys are out there doing kind of pre-cleaning to help, restaurants and other businesses stay clean. And then also helping, should coronavirus be found in places like a nursing home, they go in and they clean up to help stop the spread. So we've got it on all levels, Bob. And then of course we have Epiphany Now, which has an entirely different mission, and one that we are so excited to be a part of this year.
Well, there's a lot of bad news with COVID-19. I mean, that's granted, but I also think there's an opportunity for us to become closer together and realize what we've had. And there's so many instances where I have found personally that there's this human connection that's taking place that may not have taken place before. So with everything in life, my brain tells me, like, let's take a look at the opportunities here. Let's take a look at what this is giving us. And this is giving us an opportunity to connect virtually, connect in ways that we've never connected before. And so there's a lot of negative with this, but there's a lot of positive too. And so thank you for mentioning that. And that's what Epiphany Now is all about. Epiphany Now is all about sharing those positive stories, those positive things that are happening in our community, in communities and schools all around. And so we hope that people take advantage of that. And we hope that people share their stories here, because you know what? We're constantly, in fact, I told my husband, Michael, I said, I've got to stop. I can't watch any more news because it's all negative. I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to know about it. I want to know about the good news that's happening. And there's a lot of good news that is happening out there. And unfortunately, good news doesn't sell. Good news isn't good for advertising dollars. But we're not about advertising dollars. We're about sharing the good news. And so there is some good news happening. We're still looking for those amazing youth in your community that are passing kindness forward, that are doing amazing things that really impact their community, their school. And we want to know about them. And we know that people know about them. So just go to our website, epiphanynow.org, and you can nominate the individual, the student, K through 12, who is doing that.
Absolutely. And in the meantime, also on our Facebook page, let us know about the amazing things that you're seeing right now. Because Bob, you were just telling me a really cool story that you're aware of. Do you want to share that with people?
Yeah. So I'm actually going to be doing an interview with them. But there's a local company in town that has several branches. And they are buying lunch from another local company that owns a restaurant. They are buying lunch for all their employees every day to help that restaurant stay in business. And so it's businesses helping businesses, people helping business, people helping people.
It's just amazing.
That's what it's all about. It's about helping each other. And, I may be a little Pollyanna, I have to admit, but I always tend to try to think on the bright side, because when you go down that hole of the negative, and they spin, it's really hard to climb up. So I'm always thinking like, okay, what can I see positive about this? There's some positives about this. There's a lot of negatives, but there's some positives about it. And so let's share that. Let's be the outlet that shares that, because you're getting the negative, you're learning all about the statistics and everything elsewhere. But when you come here, take a little break, take a little breath, and know that there's some good things happening.
Absolutely. And we actually, a few months ago, created a group that's through our epiphanynow.org page here on Facebook. So head over to the left side of your screen, look for group, make sure to join our group. That makes it really easy for you to share with us what you know is happening in the community. Whether you see great articles you want to share, if you know of cool stories that are happening, pictures to share. I know I need to jump in there tonight because one of my clients is doing something really cool in the middle of this.
You're going to share it with us now, or are you going to post
Yeah,
it?
okay, I'll share. I'll give you a sneak peek. But Just really cool. So the dress shop in Howell is a bridal salon, and they made the very difficult decision, preempting, as many businesses have made this really difficult decision to close their doors, and their seamstresses have started sewing masks for nurses. One of them has a sister-in-law who's a nurse and had been requested, like, hey, we need help. As you all know, that there are not enough of the personal protective equipment to go around. And so now, while they're off work, they are donating their time and their talent to make masks for nurses. And I just think that is the coolest thing.
That is so awesome. That is so awesome. And those are the stories that we want to hear. So Julie, thank you for sharing that story. Thank you for taking time out tonight to be with us. And also, I really want to thank you for all your help with Epiphany Now and our social media. You're our social media manager, and you've done such a great job with that. And I know you personally, and you believe in the positiveness that happens. And so thank you for joining us tonight. And how do people get in touch with you if they want to touch base with you?
I'm sorry, say that again.
How do people get in touch with you if they want to touch base with you?
Oh, you can find
more about mConnexions.
Yeah, you can find us right here on Facebook. Look for mConnexions, mConnexions. In fact, we're going to have a series of Facebook Lives all week long with showcasing a number of experts in the community who are helping to share their knowledge and insights for free with us. That'll be all week long at 1 p.m. You can also email me directly, julie@mConnexions.com.
Hey, Julie, before we leave, I just have to tell you I'm doing an interview with the executive director of Lansing Food Bank on Monday, yes, and learning a little bit about what they're going through right now. So tune in. Thank you, Julie. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Bob.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.